If you can't align your team in 15 minutes, you're going to be paying for that the entire quarter. I've seen executive teams circle around for weeks trying to decide something that could have been decided in just one meeting. So today I'm going to show you how I align 100 musicians that haven't played before and how you can do the same with your team. So here's the reality. According to McKinsey, slow decision making is one of the top 3 causes for wasted productivity. This means that you're losing people, you're losing time, you're losing money, just because decisions aren't made in the time that they should be. So it's all about the structure. It's not about intelligence, because you have the most brilliant people in the room. So today we're going to go step by step and to see this structure that you can use in order to really accelerate that decision-making process. A few years ago, I had a concert with an orchestra in Mexico and in one of the big festivals there. And the musicians were really tired. So in these types of festivals, you pretty much have a concert every single day. And the programs are really tough, intense music, really high level. So I got there, they were already super stressed out, super tired, and so was I because I was traveling. And so I knew that I had just one rehearsal to really see how I align all of them together and just to show them my vision super clearly, because if not, we would just have one more rehearsal and that was it. So I really had to stay super focused to see what would work with them and not lose them in the moment because they were so tired and so stressed out. So at the end of the concert, I was thinking, you know, what had worked, because we were all so exhausted. So I'm going to share with you the method that I used to clarify things for my musicians so you can do the same. So the first step would be to just clarify what you're deciding on today. Make it super clear, super simple, just one headline, and that at the end of the meeting, we know what we're going to decide. So it's either going to be A or B or C or whatever, but the first headline has to be super clear so your people know exactly what we're speaking about and what the stakes are. The second step is to ask each member of your team exactly what their opinion is. So try to keep it really concise, really focus on staying within the time limits that you've chosen. Whether you're giving 1 minute or 5 minutes to each team member, it has to be exactly on the dot. Otherwise, you're just going to lose time and effort and energy. So keep that very clear, but listen to each person's opinion. Step number 3 is to see what the priorities are. So after you've heard everyone's opinion, now you have to decide what your priorities are as a leader. Otherwise, you know, there are a million opinions there, but you have to turn the focus to this shift that everyone knows what the actual priorities are in this case and how you can use their opinions to really clarify what will work and what won't. Step 4 is saying, okay, so I hear you guys, now I have to make the call. Now I have to make the actual decision. So by stating that and stating what you have decided on the spot, you're giving one more chance to people to tell you if you have missed anything. So for example, if you have that one quiet person on your team that really tries not to speak that much in these types of scenarios, now would be the time to ask him or her, what do you think? What is your opinion about this? So once you get that going, tell people your decision and ask them one more time. Listen, have I missed anything? Is there anything that I'm not seeing right now, or can we go in this direction? This will help clarify even more where you're going and what your priorities are. And step 5, after you've made the decision and you've heard, you know, other people's opinions and asked if you were missing anything and there's anything that you haven't noticed, once you make the decision, now it's time to actually give people their parts. So like in an orchestra, we have a score and each person knows what they're playing, but you have to tell them how you want it to play out. It's not enough that they know what their job title is, what their role is, but you have to spell it out. So give each person on your team the actual task, the actual goal, the actual objective for them to understand where you're coming from and how you can do it in the fastest and most successful way for everyone. So even though you might be feeling super stressed in this instant that you have to make that call, know that being clear and actually trying whatever you decided and seeing how it plays out is way better than just waiting another week and maybe another month for data to come in, for things to happen that will give you a better understanding of what's going on, because usually that's not the case. We have to make a decision right here, right now, and then see what happens later on. So like when I'm conducting, if my gesture is clear, I get this output from the orchestra, this sound, and I know whether I was clear enough or not. So in the same way, after deciding, after going through the motions, you will know if this is the right direction or you have to pivot. So I hope that helps, and see you next time.